How's everybody doing?
Good.
Am I supposed to start this thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
You do your thing first.
Go ahead, kick innings off the opening stage.
Yeah, I mean, up here, number one, with two unbelievable players, but obviously unbelievable people, and that's the story of our team. Unbelievable group to be around. It's completely them. I'm blessed with an unbelievable staff, too, and the support these guys get that a lot of people don't see behind the scenes to make something happen like an ACC Championship. So much support. Just thankful for it. But, Clemson has a heck of a team. Obviously, we had the big inning. I thought the story of the game was Ryan Lynch. Going out there as a true freshman, pitching like that, and then loading the bases and not giving up one run. That's hard to do against a team like Clemson. I felt like all the momentum when we got out of that inning, even if it had been one run, but much less no runs. Instantly went to our dugout, and we had great at-bats. Our guys, they come to play every single day, but they definitely came today ready to go after it, and they went after it, and they got that ACC championship.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open up to questions.
Scott, you touched on a little bit there. Ryan, first start in a championship game for a freshman. How do you describe what he was able to do for you guys?
I mean, he's good. So that's why he's pitched so much for us. And I've told him the whole year, like, you're a starter on probably 95% of teams. Not every team has the rotation we have. I think he's going to be one of the best starters in our league when it's all said and done. We have lengthened him out as well. I think he's almost thrown 70 pitches. So it's not like he's only been a 1 or 2 inning guy. He knows where the ball's going. It's an elite fastball. And he's got great makeup and believes in himself, or you want me to get out of a jam like that. So I felt great about it. We had this plan. Once we went to Houck, we knew we weren't going to use Lynch unless we absolutely had to win the game. And credit to him, I thought he really pitched well.
Scott, the fan support for you guys all week has been pretty outstanding here at the DBAC. What can you say about the crowds that you had here, making it pretty much home games for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I just did a video with Dan about it. Number one's a credit to our players, because if I watch our players play, I enjoy watching them play. They play the game the right way. They respect the game. They play hard. They don't back down. They don't quit. They don't show up opponents. And I think fans, obviously winning helps a lot, but they know what they're seeing. And it started last year in that regional, and I'd never seen it like that. And I firmly believe that helped us beat LSU on Monday night, and it helped us beat West Virginia. So my message is that was awesome that they came out for the ACC tournament. We have bigger fish to fry, as my grandpa used to say, and we need them to come out even more because it looks like we're going to be hosting a regional at Boschmer Stadium.
Jackson, you guys broke it up, and obviously with the 8 runs in the 5th inning, just what was that like from your perspective? Stokely homers, and was Tyson homer, then you had the homer, and just the feeling what you guys had working and able to sort of put the game out of reach there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that sort of inning is fun. It's the sort of thing that we're capable of. We've done it a couple of times this season. But I think it kind of started in the first inning, like we caught a break and then big hit, and first inning 1, second inning 2, third inning 1. So, I mean, it was kind of one of those days. We were obviously in the middle of the barrel all day, also caught some breaks, and when that sort of thing's happening, that can happen for us.
Coach, before we get to the offense in the 5th inning, you guys have that huge shift. Gavin's on the other side of second to get that double play. You point to your fellow coaches. What was the reason for that shift? Obviously, it worked out for the double play, and how much does the stats in the video that you guys say play into it?
Yeah, I mean, that's our staff. I basically now as a head coach, I walk in and I coach the players. Scott Jackson, Jesse Wiersbicki, Bryant Gaines, Jason Howe. You can put Carter Hicks in there, Daniel Wilkerson, Dave Arendis. They have everything ready for our games, and those guys, they're going to sleep really, really good. We all stayed up late, but they probably slept 2 or 3 hours because we had not played Clemson. You don't put your guys in that position unless you have enough data where we know that that's where we need to be. And then our guys made the plays. But that's a credit to our coaching staff for sure.
Yeah, Gavin, the 2 balls you hit off a monster, DBAP doubles, but in most ballparks those are home runs. Did you feel like you got cheated at all, or were you just grateful that in that moment you got a big hit?
No, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't think I hit either one of those very, very well. So I think the ballpark might have helped me out. That big wall being a little shorter than most ballparks. So, I mean, at the end of the day, a double's a double, and I'll take them when I can get them.
Jackson, as Coach Forbes said, you got bigger fish to fry, but it's been a hell of a run for you in college baseball. Just sort of speak to the emotion of getting this ring today.
Yeah, me and Jake Knapp were talking after the game today. It's our third year, and haven't been able to get to this point in the last couple of years. Obviously, have had good years. We just kind of left this to be had. So it's a good feeling for sure. And like we were talking about on Friday in here, it was an opportunity to prove that we're the best team in the ACC and that we felt that way all year.
Jackson, Gavin, you guys started 2-4 in the ACC, and now you're to this point. How gratifying has it been to find your identity, have success with it, and then take that forward into the postseason?
Go ahead, Faber.
All right. Yeah, I think that's says a lot about this team and what we buy into. Coach Forbes preaches the process to us, and you can tell that this team's really bought into that because there's not a lot of teams that can start 2-4 in a league like this and then really bounce back from it. But we just show up every day, ready to work, always looking to get better. And once one day's over, it's over, and we move on to the next. And I think you can really see that with this team. So it's impressive.
Jackson and Gavin, I didn't see any dog palate out there. Does that say something about what the team's goals are, and if you're not satisfied?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we're happy to have gotten this done, but we know that there's a lot more that we want to do ahead of us. And also just kind of the way the game went, it's just kind of one of those things. I don't think we necessarily planned on doing it or not doing it. It just kind of played out that way.
Scott, this is a team that scored 20 runs in the first 3 games, and you basically held them down for most of the game. Was there a particular strategy that a common thread through all the pitchers today?
Again, it's just hard work. If you go back and look, it's been a while since Lynch has pitched, but it's really been a while since Olin Johnson and Cam Paget have pitched. And I thought Olin was outstanding. Pound the strike zone. He's going to be mad that he had to come out because I'm sure he wanted to finish the game. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on that people don't see. And these kids, I tell them all the time, when you work hard, you have nothing to fear. And Coach Gaines and Coach Howell, they live in that bullpen or the new pitching facility that, people that were so generous that support our program helped us build. And that stuff matters because they're throwing bullpens, they're throwing lives, they're manipulating pitches. And same thing with Ryan Lynch. I felt like he was prepared to do this because of Bryant Gaines and Jason Howell.
For Coach and the players, talking a little bit more about that 5th inning, how was it kind of with all the homers like on the sideline, and just how did that kind of feel?
All right. I mean, obviously it feels great to jump on a team like that. We know that even the 4 runs early weren't going to be enough, and they've got an offense that can come back at any time. So to put 8 on them and kind of feel like stretch that lead, I think really helps us play even looser than we already were and just kind of go attack and play freely.
Yeah, I thought after the home run by Stoke, obviously we grabbed the momentum, but I think Ahmad, I believe, stepped up there on the next pitch maybe and hit a double, and then another home run really quick. Because, they know they're good enough to come back, obviously, at any time, but all of a sudden when it's a big home run like Stokely and then you have another home run, and then they think they're still in it, and then Jackson steps up there and hits another one. That's hard to overcome when you know the arms that you're going to face against us.
Gavin, with the tournament starting now next week, what kind of momentum do you feel like this run here gives you guys as a team? And is there another level maybe that you all need to reach to be able to make it to Omaha?
Yeah, I think that this whole weekend was really great for our team as a whole because how somebody mentioned earlier, the fans, and the atmosphere we got to play in, all 3 games was pretty unreal. The fans have been awesome, and like we saw last year, they did the same thing when we were at the Bosch. So for a lot of these guys that might be new to the program to get that experience this weekend, I think is really going to carry over next weekend. And playing 3 games, just like a normal weekend series, I think is going to help keep us in stride for next weekend.
Jackson, Coach Forbes constantly talks about how you guys want to have not just good at-bats, but also quality at-bats. And after the first 2 hitters of the game, you and Kepley put up 14 pitches against their first pitcher. Can you just talk about the quality at-bats, even though you didn't get a hit until the next inning, just the importance of starting off strong?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that we take a lot of pride in, and Kepley starting the day off that way is the most Kepley thing of all time. And then I got up there, fouled a couple pitches off, excuse me. And I think, yeah, I mean, we keep track of them, and it's kind of a competition, and Kepley generally leads the way on that. Yeah, I mean, if you have a day where you're not hitting it all around the yard, you do have to still have quality at bats, and that's how you can manufacture, and we've had to do that at times to win games.
Scott, last night, I know you advocated for Florida State to be a top 8. When you look at Clemson, obviously this wasn't their best game, but do you see them as a top 16?
Oh, God. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, I'm biased. I think our league's the best in the country. We missed some teams that we didn't play everybody. We didn't get to play Georgia Tech. I think people were talking today about Georgia Tech. Are they going to be a top 16 seed? I'm like, I mean, they just won the regular season. How are they not a top 16 seed? I think we have a great conference. I think we have great players, number one, and we have great coaches. Anybody can beat anybody, and that hasn't always been the case since I've been in the ACC. So I'm hoping and advocating hard for all of our teams to be as high as seeds they can be.
Scott, and then Jackson, Lynch talked about last night about you guys executing and being a complete baseball team. How have you seen this team do that in the past few weeks, and how are you going to carry it forward?
Yeah, I mean, they buy into it, but they know, I mean, obviously they do have a choice, but they don't have a choice. I mean, we're going to practice fundamentals until they probably get tired of hearing it. We'll be doing it this week, just like we always do it. And they know that, hey, you have to be to get a bunt down. You have to be to read a dirt ball. If you can't do those little things, you end up being just a DH, and your chances of being in the lineup every day aren't very good. But they also work at it. That's where having the facility that we have, they can get back there on their own as well. I always tell our players, you should be responsible for how good you are. Nobody else. People are just going to help you. But these guys help each other with all their techniques. And, you look at Stokely early in the game, he just got a guy over to third base, and we scored the run. So there's things that don't show up in the box score. We practice really, really hard.
The last one.
Scott, obviously winning is the goal when you come. Like Roy says, you might as well win the thing. But when you look back at this weekend, did you accomplish everything you wanted to as far as getting guys work, getting guys at bats, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say yes, right? We just won the ACC tournament, and they're so hard to win. My coach in mind, I really wanted to play 3 games. Obviously, you want to win the tournament. But in my mind, when we're losing to Boston College, I try not to get too far ahead. I'm thinking, okay, man, I don't want to inter-squad Saturday. I don't want to inter-squad Sunday. But we'll probably do some live stuff on Tuesday. But I feel like all of our arms, for the most part, got out there. We'll have a couple more guys like Chewy that didn't get out there. We'll need to get them out there. But, yeah, I have to say that was an accomplished weekend for sure.
Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all.
Congratulations.
Thank you.